Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. There is something which I keep on saying on this platform, and I'll repeat it again, that Cleophas Malala is William Ruto's mole in Rigathi Gachagua's camp. And at the right time, Cleophas Malala will officially defect back to UDA party. Because allow me to ask you this question. What do you think happened between Cleophas Malala and William Ruto to an extent that William Ruto decided to remove him as the SG of the biggest political party in Kenya, which is also the ruling party? What do you think happened between the two? If you are to ask me, nothing happened between those two gentlemen. And the other question I might ask you, how did Cleophas Malala find himself as the SG of the party called UDA party? He just found himself placed there by none other than President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, Cleophas Malala is doing his work perfectly well in DCP party. Yesterday, the Kirinyaga women rep revealed how they caught Cleophas Malala red-handed meeting with allies of none other than Waiguru. Allow me to read for you what she posted verbatim, because in this video I want to reveal to you guys the whole politics around Malala, Kirinyaga, and Waiguru. Let me just read for you what Honorable Jerry Maina posted on her official Facebook page. Cleophas Malala, I am aware that yesterday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. you met a section of MCS allied to Waiguru from Kirinyaga County at Golden Palm Canal. You get that? Remember yesterday, 10 MCS from Kirinyaga met with Rigathi Gachagua. Why do you think they met with Rigathi Gachagua? Let me proceed. I am also aware that the agenda was to create a splinter group to fight His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua's foot soldiers in that county. So in short, Malala met with Waiguru's allies. And the agenda, how to fight Rigathi Gachagua's foot soldiers from Kirinyaga. Proceeds here. You facilitated the MCS in attendance with Kenyan shillings 20,000 monies you obtained from persons who seek to derail the agenda of the people and the united alternative government. So in short, Cleophas Malala met these MCS. After the meeting, he decided to give them 20,000 Kenyan shillings each. Very interesting. And the source of that money, according to Njeri, is from people who are out to derail Rigathi Gachagua and the alternative government. Listen here. It's getting very interesting. I do not know who you work for, nor do I want to speculate. I also do not know what personal vendetta you have with leaders supporting His Excellency in Kirinyaga, and I want to say this publicly so that it's on record. If you listen to this part, there's something she knows, but she's not revealing. But she's insisting that there could be vendetta against people supporting Rigathi Gachagua from Kirinyaga. William Ruto has mapped out, for those who don't understand politics, William Ruto has mapped out Mount Kenya. And at some point he was trying to split them into units. For example, he wanted Kiambu to be on its own, Mount Kenya East to be on its own. William Ruto and his team also believe that in Kirinyaga, they have a fighting chance. And now you can understand the role Malala is playing there. Okay, let me proceed. I want to say this publicly so that it is on record. You are aware that we have had private meetings over this issue. So excuse my lack of discretion on this as you've now crossed the Rubicon. In short, this is not the first time Malala has been doing this. It's something he's been doing to an extent that they even met and discussed his activities there. Rigathi Gachagua promised yesterday during his meeting with the Kirinyaga MCS that he's going to tour the region. I'll wait to see if Malala will be there and the message, because Malala also released a statement using DCP letterhead. That's exactly what he used to do when he was still in UDA party. He would be attacked, then release official documents. Because if Malala has been attacked as an individual, why use party's letterhead to respond? And it proceeds here. You infamously had the bad habit. Listen, you had a bad habit as SG in your former party of soliciting money from everyone and anyone for favors. Unfortunately, it seems that you have not changed this one bit. Tell me how Malala will continue serving as the SG of DCP if the leadership from the DCP party view Malala this way. There's a weakness which William Ruto knows about Malala. The money. The house where Malala goes to every single day to rest was actually built for him by none other than President William Ruto. Those are facts which are there, ladies and gentlemen. Because of that, these guys are now telling him, we unapenda pesa, the SG. It proceeds here. So bring it on. It proceeds here. So bring it on. You shall face off with me where the rubber meets the road. So a war has not officially been declared. In case you forgot, where I come from, we milk lion while seated on hey, okay. I shall treat you with a contempt. I shall treat you with a contempt. I shall treat you with a contempt you deserve going forward. Okay? That's it. Then Malala released a statement, which I don't want to go through that statement, because for me, that is reactionary. Let me just see if I can get one or two paragraphs of that statement from Malala. But you could obviously tell the direction, because in his statement, Malala was like, you know, we are gathering all, scattering none, which is not the case. And then now Malala went further and shared details and photos of those meetings. That yesterday evening I had fruitful consultations. Yesterday evening I had fruitful consultative engagement with elected members of the County Assembly of Kirinyaga ahead of today's meeting with our party leader, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. We are focused on enhancing political inclusivity as we prepare for the forthcoming general election. Chama iko imara, we scatter none but gather all. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that the statement by Honorable Jerry Maina is not just out of nowhere. It was intended to achieve certain political objectives. The truth is, there is no way Jerry can issue that statement without two things. Number one, I can assure you, he is aware of, I can assure you, Rigathi Gachagua is aware of what Malala is doing. And as one of the leaders who are very close with Rigathi Gachagua, probably she has discussed this with Rigathi Gachagua. And that's why she indicated to Malala that, you know, this is not the first time, this is something we had discussed. So it means Nani is well aware. It means Rigathi is well aware. Number two, I doubt if she can do this without evidence. And the fact that Malala gave money, is Malala now trying to tell us that anytime this kind of a meeting, he gives money? I don't know, but let me give my thoughts. Number one, I think it's now a strategy to remove Malala from office, from UDA party. Today's Njeri Maina, the next time another MP or another senator will start complaining about Malala. And that's how Malala will officially be kicked out of DCP as the SG. Number two, Njeri Maina probably has fallen out with Malala, but now she wanted a way of exposing Malala dirty dealings within the DCP party. And maybe this was just local politics. Njeri Maina probably feels that, I need favors. I'm the leader here. You cannot meet the MCs without me. Because if, for example, Rigathi is going to Kirinyaga, why do Malala meet the MCs alone? I would have expected Malala now to convene a meeting as the SG with the local leadership. MPs who are going to host the former deputy president, the senators, of course, the other MPs from the region. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think. This is my take. Until next time, Makwiny. Bye-bye.